Okay, so we're going to do 2 inverse trig function problems. Notice the inverse functions on the keyboard, if you click on functions, are here. Inverse sine, inverse cosine, and inverse tangent. Okay? So we go back to the problem. Now, we're referencing this angle here, which we don't know what it is. We know that this side is opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. Which trig ratio uses the opposite side and the hypotenuse? Sine. Good. So the sine of this angle, which we don't know, equals the opposite side over the hypotenuse, 34. Now, to find the measure of the angle, currently it's inside a function. We have to undo that function. And the only way we can do that is by using an inverse function. So it looks like this. Inverse sine, both sides of the equation. Now, what happens when we do that is these cancel each other out. They undo each other. So what we have left is this, just the angle, which is what we need. It's isolated, it's by itself. So all we have to do is put this in the calculator. We don't go through this every time. I'm just showing you this for this first example, okay? Put this in the calculator. The inverse sine of 30.56 divided by 34. And what do you get? It says round to the nearest whole degree. So we need a whole number. What do you get? 30.56 divided by 34. Inverse sine of?
64.
64, and that's rounded to the nearest whole?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. 64. 64. Nice. That's the measure of that angle. So if you're trying to find the measure of an angle, you need inverse trig. Can we do one more? This is the hardest type of problem here, trig problem. Anyone still writing? Yeah. Oh, let me know when you're done. No, there's no rush. Welcome, America. It's raining. I didn't know it was raining when I left the gym this morning. Otherwise, I would have worn a hoodie. Ready to try the last one? Okay, here we go. Notice we're trying to find the measure of an angle. So we are going to use inverse trig. This side is adjacent. This side is the hypotenuse. Which trig ratio uses adjacent and hypotenuse? Cosine. Right, so the cosine of this angle, which we don't know, equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Now we usually don't write, and you can write it like that, but normally people just go straight to this. The inverse cosine of 7 divided by 1.2 equals x degrees, okay? Usually we go straight to this. Just type that in the calculator. You can multiply both sides by the inverse cosine every time if you'd like, but most of the time you won't see that. So when you put that in the calculator, what do you get? Round it to the nearest whole. What is it? 51. Let's try it. 51. Yep, that's it. All right.